Hello, we are back. We are back. Okay. We are totally back, my friends. I was just showing some pictures. We have some good art. It's coming from the past like this one, but we still have good art. Okay, so in the meantime, while you were playing video games, I was playing video games as well, but then I managed to fix the compilation. So now that is successfully compiled. And so what we have to do now is to test it. We have just to test it, right? And see if it works. So I think we would like to launch the server in debug mode and stop it in our talk interaction with the NPC and see exactly what happens, okay? Because I think anyway it will not work at the first run. I mean, I think it's very, very unlikely. So we can just launch server and client and see what happens. At the moment we are sending, we are having this new message that sends back the receive. We didn't connect it yet, but first I want to see if at least the first half, you know, is properly working. Then we will connect also the second half of the messages, right? So let's see if this works. The server is still coming up, so the client is not connecting. I think it's connecting now. Yes, it's connecting now. Hello everyone, whoever is watching. So what is the plan now? We have implemented, let's say, the piece that goes, let's say the piece for the NPC. Okay, not the one that goes to other players. Or well, we have also that piece, but that piece is still a bit to check. So we can go here and we can speak with the lady saying hi, and the server will stop, I guess, in the talk interaction. At least it should. It didn't. Why it didn't? It didn't. Private NPC response, hello friend. Okay, so we arrived up to here, but oh, you see now we are printing out all the prints that are part of the original Planesheet code. Like we can see what is the response, what is the action, what is, you know, now considering we are using the old class, we are actually going through all of this. Why I'm not getting, because I didn't launch it through Visual Studio, that's why. Okay, anyway, it arrives up to here, then it doesn't go into the chat window yet, but at least we've proven, which is very good, that we get up to the point. It's just one printout which is a bit fucked up, like this one. I don't know exactly where it's coming from, but anyway, we yes, we have the wall stack, and at the end we get our answer. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's try again with greetings. She's answering whatever, dude. Let's try again. And you see now the substitution worked properly because she's saying hello and then she's saying my name, right? The current character 0, right? It's pretty good. So okay, so the first piece works okay. Now let's connect the second piece and see if we can get also the second piece working. So to have the second piece connected, we need to launch the editor and actually ensure that we are calling. If you're interested, what was the error? What was the error before we left? I cannot easily summarize it because there was a lot of stuff, but basically there were some errors in the definition of the message class, which was blocking the compilation of everything else. So that weird message that we were getting, which was you are trying to access a deleted function, that one is not really meaningful. Not really meaningful. Okay. So inside our player controller now, we are going to receive, instead of this talk interaction, we need to connect our new event, which I hope we can see here. Should be receive. Why I don't see it? Receive chat message. Is there a receive chat message? I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. It's not here for whatever reason. Let's go back and check if it's correct, and also let's go back and check if there is no hot reload making our life harder. Okay. So Windows debug game. No, I think this one is okay. And yes, and it's pointing to the right file, which is Windows debug game. Okay. I don't see it in the editor though. I'm telling you what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this receive chat message to be a blueprint implementable event, right? Inside the player controller class under the category interactions. So considering we compile properly, it should work, right? It should work. One thing that we may want to do is to compile also inside the editor. Maybe we can do this. So let's launch the editor. Hello, Vanilla. Nice to see you. Hello, Zwei. So we're getting closer to have the chat system working properly through all the old PS classes, which is what we want for the sake of consistency and to avoid losing pieces. But so if I add, let me search it. Receive chat message. You say it's not here. There is a receive message, but not a receive chat message. So for some reason it's not here. Let me try to compile from here. Okay. So I just click this button, which is compile. Yeah, let me see if for any reason maybe it refreshes, it refreshes the events and the other stuff that we have. Because yeah, I think that could be a way. Let me just see if in this directory is doing something special or not. No, it's doing nothing special. 2055. So now we are at 22:41 my time, right? So 10:40 p.m. I want to see if he's updating these libraries, or if he's creating another library. There is a failed auto reload, which I think we can delete. So it's compiling. We can check the output if there is anything, but no. Yes, we want to have that event that we created as a blueprint implementable event. We want to be able to see it in our blueprints, because we need to attach it to the talk interaction, right? So basically, going back now, I see compiling. Going back to our schema, here now what we do on the client, we click the mouse icon, we have this talk interaction, and from here, okay, it says failed. From here we go to NPC controller and then NPC dialog. It says failed for whatever reason. Failed, warning, declaration. Okay, there are some warnings, which is fine. Sooner or later we will have to solve all these warnings, otherwise it becomes pretty big. I mean, pretty hard to read, right? All these warnings, 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 warnings. We should also have an error. Okay, here it is. Error, gem actor, log chat message must return a value. Okay, this one, why we don't get it in Visual Studio? I have no idea, but it's fine. We can definitely change that. So we go under gem and we search for log chat message in the current document, right? There it is. It returns a bool, so yes, he's right. He has to return something. For some reason, Visual Studio didn't catch that. I don't know why, but he's right. So let's try to compile again. And then I continue with the small explanation of what we are doing. So clicking on the mouse icon, the talk interaction is in the PC controller, then we go server side, still inside the same thing. And here we are doing something different. Before we were doing this, now we are using the chat manager, handle chat message, right? So we go into the chat manager and there is a handle chat something. Okay, I don't remember exactly how it's called, but now we are using the proper manager. And this manager, yes, is calling the NPC dialog, is finding the right response, and after having find the right response, he actually calls. So this one calls receive chat message, and it does it on the client side. So this is actually where it happens. It happens here, and it goes on the other side, right? Let me just check why we got another failed message. Show log. Why doesn't like me? Warning, 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 warning. We are searching for an error. Is there a way to filter for errors? No, that would be too good, huh? Need to find an error in this thing. Can I copy everything to a notepad and search for error? Maybe that's easier. I generated a hot reload. You see they changed this file, generating a hot reload. Okay, let me just search for error here. Net manager send message must return a value. Okay, there is another function that is not returning a value as we want. Send message, net manager. This one, right? This one. And remember that all these are stubs, okay? Are dummy functions, right? It's not that we. Okay, I clicked on that and now it's launching another Visual Studio. I don't want another Visual Studio. Okay, let's try to compile again. I don't know why there is these errors that are, let's say, that are found by the editor, but they are not found by Visual Studio. I have no idea. But I don't know, they are using different compilers, could be. So I think what I understand is that it's always a good idea to compile also from the editor, just to be 100% sure that whatever we are shipping, whatever we are checking into SVN, into Subversion, is actually working, right? I think that's the point. Hello, whoever joined, welcome. I think next week I can stream probably nearly every evening. I mean, it will depend a bit on a few things, but yeah, I think there is a good chance that I can stream the majority of the evenings. Okay, compilation completed. Okay, good. Now I really want to see. Let's try to open up again Planeshift Player Controller and see if now we see the new event. Receive character description, receive talk description, receive. Why I don't see it? This I don't like. This I don't like really. Why we are not saying receive chat message? Receive chat message doesn't exist. So it's like if it's not sensing, that changed it with it, right? On handle, on event on handle name is another one that we created from the C++ code. This one, and we didn't create here in the editor, right? And this one shows up properly. This one shows up properly. I don't know if there is any naming convention, like I have to call it on something, or I mean, is there any reason why I need to create it in a different name? But here I really don't see it, right? I don't see it. Should be something called chat, but there is no chat. Any ideas why it's not showing this to me? You see, it's generating hot reloads all the time. It's generating hot reloads. I don't like these hot reloads because they are just messing up with us. I want the engine to load this, which is our debug game DLL. Why is not working? Okay, let's review it again and just see if it's the same as. Maybe it doesn't like this FPS chat message. That could be. Let's try to add another one just for testing. Okay, which is having simpler parameters, because this parameter is a bit special. Is our super complicated. Let's just do something like this: bool and results, and let's call it receive chat message simple. Okay, let's call it this way: receive chat message simple, and let's compile, and then we relaunch the editor, because maybe this parameter, which is a bit of a special one because it's a ustruct, is a real structure with a lot of specific stuff in it, maybe it's messing it up. Okay, so let's just try to see if a simple message like this is shown on the editor. When it should, the trigger is this one: blueprint implementable event. You know, this one is the one that it should be able to make it show up on the editor side. All right. Okay. Let me see if you are. Let me see if I can do straw polls now or not. What should we do next? Make Hmm. Okay, let me see if I can. Let me see if YouTube fix this freaking hyperlink thing. No, they didn't. They didn't fix it. It's still wrong. Incredible. It's still wrong, boys. It's still wrong. It's still wrong. So it still adds at the end of the link six characters that are not that you have to remove. I'm sorry. So that link, I don't know if you copy it. Maybe if you copy paste it. Let me see if you copy paste it. Yeah, if you copy paste it, no, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what is going on. I don't know. If you copy paste it, it's still having the six wrong character at the end. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I can file a bug or something. But okay, let's launch the editor and see. Let's launch the editor and see. Where are we? Sorry, I lost myself. Oh, we are here. Editor. Let's see if the editor sees at least that blueprint implementable event, which has simpler parameters, right? Which may do the trick. May do the trick. Okay, Planeship player controller. Okay, let's see it in the event graph. Event on handle name. Do you see a chat something? Controller, receive, event on handle name, get info, receive info, upload, delete, receive. It's not here, boys. I mean, should I create it this way as well, and then it will be called? I'm a bit confused now. So if I do something like add a new event, a new custom event, and I call it exactly like it is on the other side. So if I call it receive chat message, will it be called from the code? I don't know. Maybe I have to create it both sides. Seems to be weird to me, but I mean, I was expecting to see it here on the list, right? Also, for some reason, you see that he has a different icon. Event to connect to BP on client side. Event to connect to BP on client side. Event to connect to BP on client side. Where is this text coming? Here it is. Look at this. Look at this. Event to connect to BP on client side. You see it? You see it? So it's actually taking the text from here, right? So why is not getting the other one? I have no idea. Should it really be called on something? That would be fun if he has to be called on something. I mean, I don't think it should. But yeah, now I'm on player controller, right? Yes, I'm inside player controller. So let me check interactions. Okay, interactions is a category where we have a number of functions or events. Right? Update interaction. No, it's not here. It's not here. There's nothing to say. It's not here. Right? Receive chat message. This one is the one that I just added now. Or not? What is this? Receive chat message? Yes, it's this one. It's this one they just called. Yeah, this one they just created. So there is something that is blocking our. There is something. Blueprint. Let's just assure that is exactly the same, right? Is a U function. The difference, okay, is this. We have this character creation. We have a const bool result and an f string. I mean, let's try to use exactly the same signature. Let's try to use exactly the same signature. And okay, the category, I don't think it makes any difference, but maybe it needs to have at least one parameter in. I don't know. No idea. I mean, I don't know why I'm not getting this in my editor. Cancel. Okay, we can compile, but save. Okay. I don't understand why we are not getting this into our editor. Let me see just if we don't have any hot reload going on. No, no hot reload going on. Okay, there are two people that voted on make quest working, and one people voted make combat working. I didn't vote. You see, there is the result. Two people voted on. I think I want to vote for make quest working. Right? No one wants me to drink a beer. Okay, that's fun. That's fine. Okay, it's compiling. Let's see if it compiles. Finish generating code. One successful. Okay, we go. We launch again the editor, and we learn if there is any prerequisite about parameters. Any prerequisite about parameters. It's so weird that it's not working, by the way. So weird. It's so weird that it's not working. I was expecting it to be just open, you know, you can do whatever you want, and even if it's not perfectly right parameters, but let's see. Do we have a new event here? I don't see it. It's not there, man. It's not there. There is no way. It's not there. It's not there. Why it's not there? Why? Okay, let's do something. Let's change in this class the onHandle event, onHandle name, right? Let's change the description. I will say modified. Okay, modified. I put it here at the beginning. And let's change result with whatever, with result 2 or something. Yes, with result 2. And let's compile. So this is the one that we see. This is the one that we see in the editor. This one we see it. And this one down here, for whatever reason, we don't see. I'm so upset about this. Why is doing this to me? Do we have to declare it somewhere else? I don't know. I think it should be only here. I don't think there is any other error that I'm making. No, I don't think so. I don't think there is any other error I'm making. If you have any idea, let me know. Hi, Tua. Yes, I guess you picked the quest, huh? Yes, but I think anyway, quests are next. I think that I really want. I mean, after this dialogue, I think that I want the quest. Even if the quest is not that easy, but will be the next thing to do. I think that we do quest next. I just want to have let's say, this chat system working, because the chat is anyway required for the quests, because most of the answers from the quest are coming through chat, right? So the NPCs are just speaking to you. And so, okay, we modified the on handle thing. You see? We see modified. We see modified. And we have our result too. You see it? It's freaking here. It's absolutely here. It changed. So we have it. I mean, is it really they have to call it on something? I mean, that would be so stupid, but sorry, let me just search a second. And Unreal Engine blueprint callable event. I mean, I don't believe it. If it's like this, it's like, okay, it's like GG, yeah. Blueprint available event, naming convention, I don't know, naming something. Blueprint receive on hit. That's exactly how we should have blueprint event for this situation. Provides resource implementation, naming convention, blah blah blah. Naming convention is that you prepend receive in the blueprint event name and set a nice blueprint name meta. Receive on hit. Virtual void on it. Oh, wait a second. I mean, wait a second. Oh, but I don't have a receive on handle name. This is just called on handle name. Fuck. What is not working here? Why? Thank you very much. Let's recap. I have a base class, super spell, blah blah blah. Create a blueprint from the another blueprint. Create a blueprint native event. Custom projectile will have a blueprint and cause one level blueprint. Base class will have one blueprint callable method and one cast spell and one blueprint event receive cast spell. I suppose I don't know, this thing is too long, but I think, I mean, I don't see us doing it wrong. I mean, I don't see it, but the first one works, the second one doesn't. I don't know why. I'm so upset about it. Okay, thank you. Should we watch this?
Hello everyone, nice to be.
Hello. Blueprint implementable event. So let me just check what this guy's doing, but what this guy's doing? Please. I mean, 15 minutes is really too much. I cannot watch 15 minutes. On reset VR. Cannot watch 15 minutes. It's too much. On fire. Okay, so he has this on fire, which is fire the projectile, and I think he wants to connect it to. So it just says U function. Okay, so this makes this a U function. Blueprint implementable event. Yes, this is what it does. Then it gives a category, I guess. Okay, category, whatever. Now, this is just a void on fire with CPP functions. Okay. He has no parameters, it just returns void, so it's super simple, right? Now what it does, I want to see what it does. It just saves it. It goes here, it compiles from the editor. Okay, it compiles from the editor. compiles from the editor. Okay, it takes a bit of time. Then after it compiled, he opens his blueprint. Opens his blueprint. Okay, makes it a real blueprint. He goes here and does what? Wait. No, don't go and play. Click on the freaking list of events instead of trying to play. We don't care about you playing, man. Move on. I want you to open this event graph. Yes, exactly. But you don't have it in the list on the left, though. Event on fire. He didn't have on the list on the left. He just searched for it and he appeared. Okay. He searched for it and it appeared. He searched for it. So if I do receive chat message simple. Oh, now we have it. Okay, so it doesn't appear on the left. You have to actually search for it and then it pops up. Okay, it is good. We learned something. The problem is that it's getting only my simple one, and it's not getting the one where I have my message, which is a problem because we want the one with our message. It is what we want, right? That is a problem. So why is doing this? Do you want to save Planching Player Controller? No, I don't want to save it. Okay, this at least we understood how to do it. So I can go back to my modified, I can go back to my result instead of result 2, and so our receive chat message simple works. Our receive chat message doesn't work. Do you think because the parameter has to be const? We can try. Did we have in any of the examples? I think this structure is too complex for him to manage the way we did it because he also has some functions inside. He has some weird stuff inside. So I don't know if it's really, working properly. But let's try with a const and see if that is a requirement. If that's a requirement. Is it adding any parameter? Let me see if this guy is adding any parameter. Because if he's adding any parameter, we may find out. No, seems he's not adding any parameters, unfortunately. This guy is not adding any parameters. Yeah, and then it goes on and on and on, and you'll find something. It's okay. Okay, it was useful anyway, so it was useful to us. 80%. 5 people voted. 80%. Make quest working. Okay. He compiled? Yes, he compiled. Okay, let's go. I want to see. Do you want to see? I want to see. I want to see what is going on here. I want to solve this. Do you want to solve it? I really want, but it seems it's not working okay. Let's see with the const, okay? Let's see if this const is helping us. Boom. So in my event graph, I have only the one that I added before, okay? So I search for chat. Aha! It does work. So you need to have const as a. Okay, you need to have const if there are parameter. So this result is actually look at the beauty of this. I don't know if you can feel it, but look at the beauty of this. Let me explain it to you. So we defined a freaking thing in our C++ code, right? Which is this one, which is called receive chat message, which is having a structure inside, which is this chat message. Okay, listen now, even if you're not a programmer, I mean, I think you will like it. Listen to me. So we have this FPS chat message, which for us is a structure. Okay, so it's a structure made of many things. Like inside we have whoever is sending the message, which is the person, whoever is receiving the message, which is the other. We have the text of the message, if it has to be translated. I mean, a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff. And we define it this way. Now we are sending this message on the client side, and we automatically get this nice node that we can use. You can say, okay, it's pretty cool, but I'm expecting more. Okay, expecting more. Now look at this. This result, I take it, and I have a break chat message which is created automatically for me. So I didn't have to do anything to have this for free. Right? And what this thing is doing is that it's already splitting my incoming message with all the parameters that I have defined on the other side. Look at this, boys. Look at this. So basically now I'm receiving the message, and I can use in the blueprint editor my type, my person, my text, my whatever. Right? It's pretty cool. I don't know if you like it, but I love it. I love this break thing that is automatic. I really love it. Okay. So, going back to what we were doing, I think we can then delete the simple message, but we have this thing. How do we use it? So, this is the message that is coming back from the server and has to be substituted to this one. In particular, cast to interact UI. Okay, wait a second. Okay, this one was just giving back the message in the UI. Okay, we don't want this anymore. This was a good idea, but I mean, it was just shit. So we remove this. We probably can also remove this, so we can just move it to the side. I mean, we don't need this at the moment, so let's just move this away. Okay, so this is like old stuff. We can call it old stuff to be deleted. And now what we want to do here, I would like to be able to call the same thing that we were doing with the chat UI, right? With the chat window. So where I was doing that on the enter key. Where was that? It was not in player controller, right? It was inside my PS character blueprint, right? Yes, it is. I think it is. Place key, press E, enter with interact. Input. No, it's not this one. It's not this one. Is there it is. There it is. On enter key, set focus to chat window. And so this one is when we press enter, we focus the chat window, and we start to type a message. Right? We type a message, and we do this. But then there is another one where we receive the message. There it is. Receive message from the server. So ensure the replier character is not the character who issued the message. Who cares? Okay. And then we do this. So this thing, in theory, if I copy this and I put it here, Can't really move it because it's inside another thingy. It's inside another thingy. Can move this, but not the best. Okay, let's do this for now. What should I do here? I should get a player controller. Well, actually, I'm already inside a player controller. The problem is if I'm inside the right player controller. I think so. Because if I'm on the client now, am I on the client? That's a good question. Am I on the client? I'm on the client only if I'm very confused now. Because how can I know if I'm on the client? On handle name, pop-up message dialog. This one is not automatically going to the client. I mean, is our call here? This is my question. Is our call here automatically going to the client? I have no idea. Because, because when we wanted to go to the client, usually what we do, like for this event, we say run on owning client. Right? This is what we do. Now, in this one, how can I say run on owning client if it's defined in my C++ code? Right? Maybe there is a thing to say. Maybe there is a thing to say here in the U function. Maybe there is like a client server, whatever, right? Yeah, there is like server reliable. I don't know if you are on the client or on the server. I have no idea. But it's easy to find out. It's very easy to find out. When we call this, we just do a print and we see if it's printed on the server or on the client. Where am I? Where am I? Okay, we print where am I and we will see. And we will see where is it. But okay, after this, we receive this. We need the player controller, but the player controller we already have it, so I don't think we need to cast anything to everything, to anything. So I think this one is not needed. This one is totally not needed. We are already in the player controller. We are already here. Get object name. What is it? This is the name. This is my name. Cast to player controller. Why I was getting this name? I don't remember. Because he was the sender. Okay. He was the sender. Ensure that we get the player character and not the character who issued the message. Yes, because this was happening when we were inside the character blueprint, because we were receiving the message from. Yeah, we were not using this. Yeah. No, we are already okay. We don't need this. We don't need this at all. We don't need this. This is not needed. This is not needed. We are already in the player controller, so fuck, we don't need it. Okay, what we need to do is to get the W window chat widget. The problem is that this one is on the player character actually. How can I get this one? I don't think I can compile this. It will give an error here, no? It compiles? I mean, this variable is not on this class. This variable is on the PS character blueprint. I'm confused. So what I would do get player pawn. No, I would do get pawn inside get player controller. No, get pawn. Hello? No. Okay. I mean, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. We can fix this. Huh? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Get player controller. If I do this, and then I do get pawn. Why get pawn is not freaking showing up? Okay, it's called get controller pawn. Okay, get controller pawn. Okay. Okay. If I do get controller pawn and then I try to find my window chat widget, which is actually a variable, window chat widget, window chat. I mean, it doesn't see it because we have to cast this to plane shift player controller, and then when we have this, then we can take our window chat freaking manager. Why doesn't like it? What the fuck? Wait a second, I'm messing up. Yeah, I'm messing up because I have to cast this not to plane shift player controller but to plane shift character blueprint. You are not helping me. You're not helping me. Why? Tell me when I'm doing stupid stuff. PS character. Come on, there must be a PS character blueprint here. PS character. I mean, come on. Come on. Cast to PS character. Okay, it's here. It's here. It's here. We have it. Okay. So this one. Then if I do this window chat, finally I get it. Okay, finally I get it. It's connected. Okay. The question is, how can he have this W window chat here just because I copied from the other class? It's so smart that he knows it. I mean, why can he do this? I mean, if I delete this and I try to put it back, I think I will never be able to put it back. Window chat. If I do get, you see, it becomes target because I'm not in the right class. I don't know, maybe it's a bug of the blueprints, but okay, it's fine. So, anyway, to simplify, I'm already inside the player controller, so I can just do get controller pawn. From get controller pawn, I can cast it to PS character, and I can get my freaking window. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Now that I have my freaking window, I can. What can I do? What can I do, boys? Now that I have my freaking window, I can just connect this to this and call receive message. Very nice. So I call my receive message. I don't need this. I don't need this. So at the end it was just 4 boxes. I drawn like 200 boxes, but I was just trying to understand how it was working. Okay, don't blame me. But okay, so this, and this, just to extract the window. Then when we have the window, we receive this. We receive this. So what I was going to do is, apart from printing a string, which is always nice, you know, but I want to do this, and then connect here, and then finally boys, finally we can, what can we do? We can connect. Receive message inside target window. Who is the sender? I have no idea. Is person or other? I don't know which of the two. I think it's person, okay? And text is text. And type is type. We don't have type. Okay, type is type. No, it's not matching because our okay, it is not matching for a number of reasons. It's long to explain here, but we will probably have to have it match one day, right? We have to have we need to have this match, otherwise we do NPC chat though. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't freaking wait. I'm like a baby in a chocolate shop. Okay, I think it will work. I have the feeling it will work. I don't know why, but I have the feel. I mean, if this is on the client side, then I think this works. If this is on the server side, this will never work. So let's see. Let's see. I think we saved everything. Our player control, yes, we have to save absolutely. We compiled it though. So we launch. What do? We just launch it like we don't care about anything. Okay, we just launch it. We just launch it, not even in the debugger, no thanks. We just launch it like this. Just launch it. Who cares? Who cares? Do you believe? I don't know. I believe. I think. I believe. Okay, okay. So I got distracted for a second. We are here. We are loading in. We are loading in, boys. Okay. We go to the freaking NPC. Okay. We go. Boom. Jumperinos. Boom. Boom. Okay. Allow. So now, the point, what is the point? The point is that now we are typing here, we are still typing here, okay? But then we will type here in the future. But for now we are still typing here. But when she answers, in theory, I should see the answer in the right thing here in the chat window. I should see it properly here, right? In theory. So I say hi, I click here, and nothing happens. Fuck it. Didn't work, boys. Let me just check if the server, the where am I? Where is the where am I? Where is the where am I? Log and PC. So we arrived up to here properly, but then I see no message. It's not coming to me. Why is it not coming to me? There is no where am I either, so it's not calling it. It's not calling it. Are we calling it? Maybe we are not calling it. Okay, okay. Wait a second. Are we calling this thing? Are we calling receive chat message? Are we calling it from the code or not? Or I forgot to do it. Or I commented it out because it was not working. Are we calling it anyway? From chat manager. Okay, it is commented out, but this is not the place. This is not the place. The place is, I think it was inside PS character. Wait. It's much more complex than this. It's much more complex than this because we need to find the freaking execute script. Yes, here, we are here. So we go through this for sure. Yeah, we have to debug it server side. I cannot. It's too long of a chain of events to freaking. We have to debug it. I think we are still missing one piece, but we are close, huh? We are very close. We are very close. Someone left. Spell that. Who left? Okay, let's go. Let's go, boys. It's already 1 hour we're streaming. Wow, it's already 1 hour. Okay, the server is loading inside the Visual Studio. The client we don't care. The client we can just launch as it is. Client we don't care. Who cares about the client? We don't care. We don't care. Okay. So we go here. Reconnect. Yeah, I have my chat, my thingy, I don't know why you always change position. This is a bit weird, but anyway, you never keep in the same position. I've never seen this in the same position. But okay, we will sort it out later on. So I have here my chat, okay? I have it. I have it. But we know already it's not going there, okay? So we just need to debug the server side and see if at least we arrive to the event that we just created, which is then called by the blueprint. So we say hi and we click here. Okay, so now we are on the server side, we are debugging this thing. So we enter into the talk interaction, all good. We check the trigger is empty, the trigger is high and it's not empty. We get the pawn, we create the message based on whatever. We go to handle message, which is here. We check the person, we check the message type. I don't know, we do a bunch of other stuff. I don't care what we are doing. We check if we are muted, we are not muted. We go inside a freaking NPC, it recognizes an NPC. We check if the target NPC is not empty. He's not. Good. We check if he's busy, he's not busy. We check here. I think we can just skip this. Let's try to skip. Oh, do we get a response? Yes, we got hello player name. Okay, so now here is where all the magic happens. Here we execute the script because actually our response could be a script. So we go here, we do this, we check. We have two scripts actually. We have two scripts, okay? We have two scripts. We run the first script. Okay. We are here. It's a say response OP, exactly what we want, okay? So the NPC is starting to speak. He's starting to speak to us. We go here, say what? What he has to say. No idea. This one is null. This is not good. Where is this coming from? I don't know what is this. This is null. Okay, we skip it. We get the response. Response owner get response. What do we have in the response? We have whatever dude, right? So which is correct. It's one of the responses. Now we go here and substitute what we have to substitute. We don't care. Our response is still correct. We check the security level. Is it GM? Is not a GM. We don't care. And here we have our. Okay, is visible or invisible? Is visible or invisible? Fuck, is not visible. I mean, no, wait a second. Get visibility is false. Why we defaulted to false? So why we default this to false? Because then this fails. Wait a second. We are here. Okay, we enter here anyway. Say public is false. So it's a one-to-one discussion. Yes, it's correct because we are speaking with an NPC. So it's not sent to everyone. Say empty text. Is it empty? No, it's whatever, dude. So it's not empty. Is it not public? It's not public. Private response. We print this. Our response is correct. Go. Fuck, here it is. I left this. I'm so stupid. Okay, I left this as a null, so the message comes out as null. Okay, guys, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't implement this piece. I didn't implement this piece. Why? Why I didn't do it? Because I don't know why. I don't know why. Anyway, we should do this instead of this for sure. We should do this instead of this. This who is me. Get client num doesn't exist. We said that we call it get unique ID. Right. Let me check the new message. How it's composed. It's composed of a client number. No. Wait a second. We want an FPS chat message, right? Yes, we want an FPS chat message. So we have our actor ID, which I don't know if it's me or the other guy. Then we get the name of this character. I don't know if we are on the Dermorian or yes, we are on the Dermorian. So I think it's correct. We get her name, right? We get her name. Then after this we get what do we get? What do we get, boys? We get the other. What is the other? Other, I don't know what it is. At the moment it's empty. Okay, who cares? Why have a pointer here? No idea. Then we send a chat message. Yes. And then we send the type, which unfortunately is not matching with the other type, but it's fine. Okay. I think we got this. So at this point, there are a few things we have to do. If time delay, where is this time delay? Because there is a time delay coming in. Okay, it's fine. We have this time delay thingy, which we didn't implement because the message could be delayed for whatever reason. I think it's used in quests, but we need, instead of this, we need to do this: receive chat message, new message. Right? That is what we have to do. Now, do we want to comment this delay thingy for a second? And if time delay equal to 1, then just send the message. If time delay equal to 0 is 1000. And if it's not, then it goes here. Okay. Anyway, I think we can just do this. Send our message. Then here we have to implement. I will comment it for now. We do a EU fix me. We should implement again messages which are time delayed, which are delayed in time. I don't know, delayed in time. Okay, this one. So for now we comment it out. Who cares? Why we are calculating the delay after? I have no idea what is this, but okay. Okay, so now here we are actually sending it to the client, right? I don't know if you're executing on the server on the client. I don't know. I'm a bit confused about that, but who cares? Who cares? So what we are doing now, we are stopping this, and we are doing exactly the same thing. Seeing if we get through this. Hello, Andre. How are you? How did you came here? Can you tell me how did you find me? If you find me through if you found me through YouTube search, or if YouTube was telling you that this channel could be a good channel for you. How did you arrive here? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Okay, so we have. So, do we want to launch the server and debug it? Yes, I think we want to, right? We want to launch the server anyway in debug mode, so if something happens, we know we can follow it. Okay, server is loading in. Server is streaming the levels, so whatever is needed to stream the levels. I think Andre already left because he's not answering. Okay, we log in. We log in. We select our current character. We go to speak. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. So we are here. We say hi. I click on this, and let's just try to run through for a second and see what happens. Boom. I think something bad happened. Do I have the where am I? Yes, I have the where am I, and the where am I is actually is this the server of the client, boys? I have no idea. Why have so many windows? Wait a second. Okay. So my server is running here, right? So I think that's my server, right? Wait a second. So if I go to beginning, I see the stream loading. This one I think is the client. This one, let me see what is all the loading. Yeah, this is the streaming levels and everything and blah blah blah. That is the server. So where am I? Unfortunately, it's the server. Okay, we need it to go on the client. We need this thing to go on the client. Right? We don't need to stay on the server, so that's why it's not working. And also, you see, is complaining a lot after that because it's saying access is unknown, trying to read property, Windows chat widget, blah blah blah. Because yes, we are not on the client side. So we are not on the client side. Okay. So we need a blueprint implementable event which is going on the client side. That's the problem. Sorry, but in the other one that we had, the on-handle name, right? On-handle name, wasn't it the same? Wasn't it going client side? On-handle name? Let me check one thing because I'm a bit surprised about this. Okay, anyway, we understand why it's not working, right? We understand why. It's not working because we are on the client side, so we're on the server side, so it cannot work. It cannot work. We just need to understand how to move it to the client side, to the client side. Yes, we have to understand this. We have to understand this, boys. We have to understand this. Okay. Sorry, this on-handle message, on-handle something, on-handle event, right? This one, on-handle event, pop-up message dialog. How can this work on the client side? Create pop-up widget, blah blah blah. All of this. Why we are on the client side here and we are not on the client side on the other one? Is there a way to say that it's running on the client? No, it's not. So this one is running on the server as well. Maybe the creation of a widget is automatically sent client side. Could be. But nonetheless, here we are on the server. It's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying. Well, it's not very hard to change. I mean, I can just say, you know, when we are here on the no, but I think the simplest for us will be to just say that this one has to be run on owning clients, right? So we need. I think it's not too hard. I think there is a thing to do with this. I think we can just search. Wait. So Unreal Engine. I think we want what is called blueprint implementable event. Let me just copy it so I don't mess up the spelling. Blueprint implementable event, which is actually this thing, and we want it run on owning clients. Right? That is what we want. Why do we need run on owning client? Well, because you want to be on a client. Let's see. It's not this. I don't want this. I want something else. How to not replicate to calling owning client. No, it's too old. Understand replication. How do I perform a run on owning client in C++? Yes, that seems to be a good one. Function client. So client is automatically running on owning client. I mean, if I add client, I guess that then I need. No, it is not what I'm asking here. So I need this blueprint implementable event. Okay, I need this in whatever result. Oh my god, 3 results. When you get 3 results from Google, it means there is something very weird going on. 4 results. So we got 4 results on this question. Holy moly. Holy moly. Only 4 results in the world universe. Okay. 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 I don't know. Seems that there is no way to do it directly from I mean, I can add client next to this, but I don't know if this is making it. We can try. We can try to compile and see what happens here. Let's close this for a second. Yes, save this. We say we do it on this one, and we say client. All right, we just say client and we compile. Let's see if it says that the implementation is missing. Because I remember that when you add a client or server as a U function, it asks you to implement the function, which we don't want because for us it's an event. Blueprint native event function cannot be declared as client or server. I cannot do this. Okay. Okay, so we can remove this match as simple, by the way. Okay, we cannot do it like this. It's not possible. Okay, it's not. They didn't think about this. Hello, Soup. Welcome. We got a big piece of the server-side chat manager properly converted. I would say nearly all of it. But and now we are trying to connect what we did to the client. We learned a few new things, like the fact that you need to have this small const declarator, otherwise your messages are not displayed in a blueprints. And we are now trying to ensure that we are executing on the client. We are getting back to the client the answer of the NPC. Is what we are doing. We are getting some trouble. We are finding some problems doing this, but I have an idea or how we can do it differently. I think I can. I mean, if we cannot really have this be run on the owning client, I think we just assume, yeah, we just do it in the editor. We just do it in the editor. We create another event that is inside the client and we call it, and that's it. I think it's probably the easiest. It's just a bit messy. Let me see how it looks. Maybe not. Maybe it's not messy. But basically what we have to do, considering it is impossible to have that thing, is this talk interaction is speaking to this guy. We do all the work here. Then we receive this event, which is actually called by this function for us. So it's sequential. I mean, yeah, it's sequential, but it's not connected from the blueprint. But this talk interaction is calling this event still on the server side. Still on the server side. Then at this point, we want another event, another custom event, which will be called receive chat message on client. Okay, I mean it's a bit stupid to call it like this, but is good because we remember what it is. And at this point we say run on owning client. You see, so now this is execute on owning client. Execute on owning client. So now we are actually moving between client and server in the right way. So here I have a receive chat message on owning client, whatever, right? I connect this to this. I have a result which is my thingy. I have to add an input here, which is my result. I think it's exactly the same. And here this one has to be a PS chat message, exactly. So I connect this to this, and this one is calling nothing else, because this one is already this, so this one is going this. So now we are on the client. Now we are 100% on the client. And at this point, we do the break, we do the cast, we do the receive message, right? So basically we moved between server and client inside the blueprint instead of moving between server and client in the code. Okay, it's okay, it's the same. It just makes the blueprint looking a bit more messy, but I think it's fine. I think is yeah, I think it's fine. Hello, whoever joined, welcome. If you want to say hello in the chat, I will appreciate it. You have to register a Google account for it, otherwise you are not able to chat. Okay, I think we can test this. Do we want to debug? No, I think that we know already that we arrive up to here. We are sure we arrive up to here. We have to see what happens on the client side, but the server side at the moment seems to be okay. The server side seems to be okay, so we properly find the answer and we properly send it. No, and we probably package it. Okay, we probably package it. Then from that point on, we were not doing it right before, and we should do it right now, which is sending it to the client. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Okay. Boom. We're gonna appear. Yeah, that's quicker, so I don't have to jump on all those steps. So we go here, we speak with the lady, we say hi, we click here. Oh my god, it worked! It worked, boys. It worked. And he went to the NPC tab, you see? It worked. It's working a lot. Okay. It's working a lot. Nice. Now, what we should do that instead of typing in this weird box that I placed floating around the character, we should just type maybe here. I don't know. How does it work in PlaneShift today? I think you have a kind of a pop-up thingy, right? In the bubbles. I mean, I don't know if it's better to see it here or to see it in the menu. I think that today in PlaneShift you type here and then you have a bubble coming up, and you also have the log in the chat, which is what we see here, right? It is exactly what we wanted to see. So it is properly coming to the client. Now, yes, it works. It works very well. It works very, very well. Now, the other thing that we could do, we could execute the animation, because actually this answer, one of these answers, I would say all of those answers, have inside the script. Actually, they have a script which is doing two things. It's sending back the response and is playing the greet animation for the lady, which I don't know if I have. We can check, but she should play the greet animation. But it's a pretty good result anyway. I'm pretty happy about this. Why I'm happy? Because because basically the whole chat manager, the whole manager for the chat is integrated on the server side. And yes, it's still butchered a bit by all the comments. I mean, I commented out a lot of code to make it compile, but they say now piece by piece we can have everything else work properly, right? Now we also have a scroll bar, and that's pretty cool. I cannot click on the scroll bar, but it's okay. I can do this, but if I do it with the left mouse, I'm moving up and down. If I do it with the right mouse button, then it's kind of working. But okay. Nice, very nice. If I go to NPC, I see it. Go to tail, I don't see it. If I go to main, I see it, because probably main I have everything. I don't know, but yes, it's working okay. It's working okay. Now the point is to receive the same message when I speak. So if I speak myself and I say hi here, this one goes to main but doesn't go to NPC. So it's working already okay. How does it come back to me, by the way? Is it coming back to me the old way? Probably it's coming back to me the old way, right? Because we didn't the standard speak, we didn't push it through the new chat manager yet, right? I don't remember. So there is a message. How does that work? I don't remember anymore. I don't remember. Are we calling the talk interaction or not? No idea. Okay, let's try to do the other chat, the normal chat. Okay, now we did the NPC chat is executed properly through all the new through the new manager, right? Through the new manager is executed properly. Now the players to players chat, I think is still using the old method. I think it is. Let's see. I'm not 100% sure, but so the other chat is the one that we placed inside the character blueprint, right? Yes. Still using the old one. He's still using the old one, which was working. Okay, was working, but not going through the same chat manager. We may miss some of the checks, some of the logic, that we were having. So so let me try. So how do we do this? Broadcast message. I think this was the one that was called. That is the one that was called by the UI. Right? The UI. If I go under widgets, Windows chat message. No, it's not this one. It's this one. No, it's not this one. No. Was Windows chat window. Okay, this one. So this one. Yes, it's calling broadcast message. Right? It's calling broadcast message. This is where basically we are sending the message to other people. Right? We send message to other people. Now we have it here, it comes here. Now from here, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go receive message from server. So I want to go through my thingy, which is the handle chat. So the talk interaction. Should I use talk interaction again or something else? I mean, yes, I can use just talk interaction. I just have a trigger and a target. No, I don't even have a target. I don't even have a target because I just have a trigger. I just have a trigger because if I'm sending a tell, let's assume I'm doing slash tell Venaland something, right? If I'm doing slash tell, I'm getting into this function, I'm getting into this trigger, then I'm going to handle chat message. And this handle chat message will recognize. You should recognize this, right? Or not? Who is doing the parsing of the message? I'm doing it here. I'm not doing it here. How does it know? Let's see. No, it doesn't know. It doesn't know because I'm doing it here myself. So there is another piece of code somewhere before handle chat. So I think it was the client doing it. It was the client. It's possible it was the client. It was the client doing the split between the different messages. Let me try to check in the old code. In the old code, if I go client side, it's very weird though that it's doing this, but it's fine. If I go client side and I search chat message in the current project, we should find it. Okay, here we are inside the bubbles. No, I don't want this one. Really? It's only here. Current project. Okay. It's only here. Starts with me, my, me or mine. My point is, who is detecting there is a tell command? Well, it's not that we are doing the tell now, but I want to understand how it works because I want to see. So slash tell, no, where are we? We are in chat bubble load. No, but this is not. It is not the place. It is not the place where we do this. This is not the place where we do this. We need a place where we identify the command. I think it's the command is just shuttle self. No, it's not here. We are in the bubbles here, but the bubbles are not. Chat bubble load. What is this? Find name, save again. It's not here, it's somewhere else. There is another place. Maybe it's here, wait a second. Maybe it's inside of this huge thing. What is this? Wow. What is this method? Holy shit. User commands. Yes, I think is here. I think is here. I think it does it here. So if we receive a slash tell, right? Tab equal to 3. What is this? Target, pick lock. I mean, why we only have it here? Whisper or tell? Tab equal 3. What is this tab thing? We did this in a very weird way. Chat window clear tab. Okay, just to move to the right tab. But when is this command executed? That's the point. That's the point I want to know. Lock pick. You see, like if I do construct, it's sending a work message. If I do pick lock, it's sending a pick lock message. If I'm sending target info, it's sending a request detail, whatever. Why I don't have a tell command as well in this list? Why I don't have it? Why I don't have it, boys? I mean, user commands, common user commands look pretty good, pretty good. Maybe it's inside something else, like common guilds. No, common guilds, common groups, common something else. No, common users. I think it looks the right one, but it's not. Command say and command tell are not in this list, so they're not managed by this class. Do we have a common chat or we have a common admin, common groups, common user, a common guild, a common util? I don't know, maybe it's common util. No, it's not. We have everything except slash tell. Tell NPC. No, we don't want tell NPC. It's not here. So it's not here. It's not here. It's not here. It's not here. So certain commands probably are just executed by the server somehow. Command. Why so hard? Why so hard? Because we don't know our own code, and that's the problem. We don't know our own code. Specific. So here we are on the server side, but here I think I parsed it already. So that is past the point where we create a message and send it to the client and send it to the server. I think that is not easy to find. Let's search again the PS chat message, client side. Okay, client side is only here. Okay, there must be some common thing that I'm not finding now. I don't know, under engine or under whatever that is parsing the chat message, and then it's deciding. Okay, what is this? No, this is the server admin one. Okay, that is not the one we want. There is advice manager. Advice manager and the advice request. This is kind of a tell, yes, but message advisor, chat advice. No, that is a bit different. We have a chat tell, right? We have a chat say and a chat tell. Okay. Then maybe let's search this. Let's search this. Chat tell in the entire solution. Match word though. I don't want tell self. I want just this. So we are again in the bubbles. Okay, I'm fine. I understand that in the bubbles we have this thing. We have it here. We have it here. Log chat message. This is the one that we ported before, but it's not what we want. This is also not what we want. Chat manager and the chat message. If chat type equal to chat tell. Okay, so here we are server side parsing the type of chat. I want to know where is this built. Where is this built? It must be built somewhere. Chat window. Maybe it's inside the chat window. There it is. There it is. There it is. I think we found it. So is the chat window itself? Is inside the post chat window and the command, which knows that we are sending /tell. Why when I was searching entire solution /tell I didn't find this source, by the way? I don't know. So yes, it's the chat window itself. So the chat window is identifying if it's a tell or /t, is defining the chat type, and determine chat tab and select whatever, and so is probably packing up the chat message, right? Let's see, chat string name, player name, blah blah blah, chat introduce, send message, chat type, chat say, chat channel, chat internal. I think it's doing it here. Yes, it's doing it here. So that is the way it's constructed. So directly inside the chat window. So I don't know if you want to do the same, but if you want to do the same, we should put inside the chat window exactly this logic, this whole logic here, right? If you type report 1 2 3 tell NPC guild G alliance, freaking everything, you know. It's inside the chat window, boys. It's inside the chat window. I don't know if we want to keep it inside the chat window. Do we want it inside the chat window? I mean, we could, but I mean, what is the benefit? I mean, we can from the chat window. I mean, the chat window at the end is sending a message. I mean, we have a blueprint here, right? We have a blueprint which is parsing whatever I type, right? So we could have here a kind of a blueprint graph which is doing exactly what the code is doing. So checking if it starts with /t or /tel or /say, which is a bit similar to what we do here. Like for example, here we are interpreting if it's a /fps, /quit, /exit. So we could do maybe the same and switch based on the type of message. And then the only thing I don't understand, if it's a tell, if it's a tell, is it splitting then the name? I mean let's if it's a tell, yes, it does. It does. It splits the first word as a person, right? So it knows that the first word is a person. He splits it. He gets the person, and then you see he removes that person from the words list, so that the message that is getting sent is only the second piece, and then we have the person identified. Okay. Yeah, we have to decide where we want to do this piece of logic. Where do we want to do this piece of logic? I mean, in theory, we could do it here in the middle of this thing. In the middle of this thing, we could call a function, right, on the client side, which is doing exactly what we do in this method here. It's a bit crazy, but anyway, it's what we need. And which is all this text, all this thing, all of this, and the output of this is a message, a PS chat message, right? This PS chat message, which we have to send server side to handle chat message, which is in our code this one, handle chat message, exactly this one, right? So if we do this, we are like 100% compatible with the logic that it was in the old code. Exactly 100%. We could do this. At the end, what the code is doing here in this long list is doing nothing else than creating the chat message with the proper parameters. So that's the only thing it's doing. Right? So if it's a person, it takes the person as a first parameter. If it's a say, doesn't care. If it's a chat alliance, whatever, I mean, it's just that. It's not. Then he's doing some other things. If it's me or my, I mean, there is a lot of possibility. Just speaking to your pet. Is a chat pet action. If it's an auction, I mean, is this code useful to us? That's the question, I think. Or is it something we want to redo from scratch? I mean, if you reuse this code, at least we have a list, we have a list of all the commands. We have a list of all the commands that are handled by the chat window. If you're speaking to your group, speaking to auction, speaking to my pet, speaking to me, that's it. Let me check what else is this code doing, because actually in this chat window there is a million code. I mean, this file is how many lines? It's 3,000 lines. So there is a lot of logic inside the chat window, the old chat window. There's a lot of logic. Let's see what it contains. It contains a lot of settings about colors and things. We don't need that. It contains all the buttons for main, chat, NPC, tell. All of this we already have, or anyway we will have. It's trying to decide the positions. This we don't need. Then it's loading settings from a file where you have all the settings about how the window looks like, including colors, including tabs, including whatever. Is reading all of this. He has also the ability to have bindings. I don't know, someone really programmed the hell out of it. Chat colors, RGB, filters. You can filter the chat somehow, I don't know how. Bad words, incoming, outgoing. What is this? We have auto completion in the chat. That's very interesting. I think we should have it. We should have it also in Unreal. We have auto completion of names. We have a spell checker. Very cool. We have a spell checker in the chat. We have, yes, we have this command which we just view now, we just seen, right? With all the different commands you can put in. Then replay messages. I think that is when you are just going back, like scrolling back. I think this is the way. This is the ability to scroll, I think. Then you can log the messages to a file, right? There's also, I think, we need. Some things might need to be displayed in client side anyway, like screenshot, similar commands, so why not do it all in the same place? Yes, I think, yeah, I'm just trying to understand what it does, and then we can just decide to port this code, you know. I'm just trying to understand the total, but yes. So it logs to file. There is a lot of code for logging to file in the proper way with the right format. Saving settings is the reading settings from the yeah, so it's reading all your settings, million settings. Then what does it do else? Handle system message. Yeah, there are some messages coming from the server, like special messages, like the server is going down in 20 seconds, the server is going down in 10 seconds and such. Those have a different color, they are a bit more, you know, evident and such. So those messages have a specific way to be handled. So this handle system message, so it's slightly different. They could play a sound or something. There's actually a lot of code for this. Then there is a way to format a message with colors. And then there's a lot of other stuff. What is this? Is handle message. This one handles an incoming message. Yes. If there is a sound manager, is doing the thing. So it's pinging you when someone is mentioning your name. And I don't know what it's doing here. They highlight, yeah, we highlight one line in case your name is mentioned as well. And then we have different formatting for guilds or alliance. So we get the message in and then we kind of format it. Yeah. I don't know, all this formatting. There is a ton of code on this. A lot of code. Insane amount of code on this. Channels. Complete name. Then there is the ability to join a channel and leave a channel. All the commands he subscribes to. Okay, that's fine. And there are a few things to manage the mouse. On key down. Okay, so that is the thing that is managing the history of commands you typed, right? So the same way if you are in a command prompt, right? So it's the same thing. If I do cmd, if I'm here, I say hi, I say hello, I say last, right? Then if I go up, I have my 3 commands, right? This is what we do also in our chat system. So this part of the code is managing that. Is managing the key up, where we basically get the previous line, set the current line, so there is a browse history. This is what it does. Then on the tab, if you are pressing the tab key, it's trying to autocomplete whatever you are typing, and in particular it can autocomplete a command like slash guild something is completing it, or is trying to complete a name of a person. So if I type mo and then tab, it will type more than in case it's connected, right? So it's completing that. Then what is it? Send chat line. This one I don't know what it does, but send to string, active tab. I have no idea what this does. No idea. On menu action, I don't know what is this. Button pressed, I have no idea what it does. These are all the, I think all these methods are just the methods to manage the actual scroll bars, or yes, clicking on the scroll bar itself, going up one page. I think that, yeah. There is again the tab completion. There is a lot of code for the tab completion, by the way. Load of code. Set away, you can set yourself away, you can clear the chat, you can filter the bad words that are coming in based on whatever settings you have. You are getting these brackets, I don't know what it is, the output, colors, the font is managing fonts, and that's it. Okay, it's doing a lot of stuff. I mean, this chat window is doing a lot of stuff actually. And I think there is a lot of valuable stuff that we have to do now. I think that what we could do, we could check this file and flag on it all the things that we want to move to the new one, right? But there are some things like auto completion, like scroll back of the messages, which I think are very valuable. So I think we should have. Okay, setting colors and this kind of things. Okay, it's fine. Maybe not super critical, but it's fine. Um, and then there is this ability to basically package a message for the server based on which kind of message we are sending out. So I think that one is the one that we are missing now to complete, say, our exercise on the chat, right? Okay, it's getting late. Tomorrow is Monday, so I cannot stay up too late tonight. I think I will end the stream here. One thing I want to do, I want to just check in whatever I did, because I think we did good. We had good progress. So I want to save whatever I did. Yeah, this is still working. So the players to players chat is still using the old system, and the NPC chat is using the new system. New system meaning the chat manager server side, right? Everything else is as it was. So I think I can check in everything I did. So if I do commit, the current character, I don't know what I changed on it. No idea. Did I change? I think I changed nothing on it. But anyway, player controller for sure, BP for sure. This one is not needed. Buffable dictionary character. These are all the things that I added. I added the two chat manager CPP and H, so I should put that in. Game mode, game state. What I did in game state? I think I did nothing. Exactly nothing. I think probably I changed whatever's one. What is the difference between these two? It's exactly identical. Maybe just the tabs. Okay, these were tabs. I changed it to something else. No, I mean it's identical. Controller base, PS Unreal Gem, yes. Message managers, phone manager, user manager. So I can type here what I did. So basically, I added chat manager. That's the biggest thing we did. We added chat manager to the server. We add talk interaction of NPC, go through the new chat manager, and then I just normalized the manager's name to be xxx xxxx whatever. It's not understandable. Like user manager. Normalize the case of managers names to be like user manager. And then what else did I do? No, I think that's it. That's the most part. No, I also added a new blueprint how is it called, blueprint thingy, implementable event, blueprint implementable this thing, blueprint implementable event, to send back to the blueprints the flow, right, or data or information. Blueprint the results of a talk interaction, right? Okay, these are all the things that we did between yesterday and today. I think it's good. I think we had some progress. What is this scripts icon.png? Why is not? No, because it was inside scripts. No, this one can be deleted. We have it already in our place. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. We can just check it in. Okay, it's checked in. It is checked in, boys. So with that said, I think I will go. I think we did some good stuff, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow evening. I think I will stream again. I think what we will try to do, we will understand what we have to do to this chat system, to the chat window, if we need to add some of that code to actually split and prepare better the different messages. But yes, I would like to be able at least to send a tell, to send a say message, to send a tell, to send a say, and to speak with the NPC. That's the minimum thing I want to be able to do, all going through the chat message, the chat manager, right? Yes. Do you have any last minute questions for me? Don't think so. Look at this place. Look at this place. These are the old houses, by the way. Do you see these houses? These houses are the old version of the houses. They were the first very version of the houses, which are, yeah, before 2001. I don't know, somewhere in the 90s. Somewhere in the 90s, boys. We will make all of this much better now. All of this will be much better. I mean, the areas are still pretty cool, so I think that with some refresh, you know, textures and yeah, mainly textures, I think we can make the same models look much better. I mean, like, look at the ground here, right? The ground here is completely fucked up because the texture is so small. You don't even have, so yeah, but all these places I think are pretty cool places, and with some improvement to the textures, I think we can make them nice again. See you, boys. See you next time.